I marvel at the brazen impudence of Jay-Z and Beyonce. I am convinced that they are both students of the great Neville Goddard, if by nothing else, their namesake. For years, I'd hear Jay-Z call himself Hove or Jay-Hova, meaning Jehovah. I also read somewhere that Beyonce had made reference to herself as Beysus, Beysus. Now, to most people, this would be sacrilege. It's the ultimate insult to the external God that they praise. I love that they subterfuge their knowledge because they don't want everyone to know that they know. But for people like us, for knowers, practitioners of the law of assumption, and students of Neville Goddard, we know exactly what they mean. Or we should know exactly what Jay-Z and Beyonce mean. They're simply calling themselves gods. While they subterfuge it to a degree, they are brazen and impudent in their godhood, and I admire the hell out of them for that. They are two extremely talented people, two extremely successful people, and that is not by accident, and it's not necessarily because of their hard work or their work ethic. Now, I'll grant you, they do a lot of work. You have to do a lot of work in that particular industry in order to be successful, but their success, in my opinion, is so much larger and a lot more broad than most of the people in the entertainment industry. You look at someone like Oprah Winfrey. We all know that Oprah is a believer and is a practitioner of the law of assumption, and I think a student of Neville Goddard as well. I've heard her quote certain things and use the exact verbiage that Neville has used, but she never mentions him. And I think Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Oprah and others don't like to mention Neville Goddard because of how brazen Neville was in his teachings on who we are and what we are. I guess Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Oprah don't want to alienate their audiences, and that's understandable. There's a lot of times you have to water down information and spoon feed it to people just a little bit at a time so that they don't completely freak out. I think it's absolutely brilliant that Beyonce would make reference to herself as Beysus in saying that she's Jesus, but B-E-Y, the first three letters of her name, Beysus, for Jay-Z to call himself Jay-Hova. Not only that, Jay-Z has mentioned in his music several different times that he is God, and he has a very clever way of saying it. And I think a lot of times it just goes over people's heads. Myself, for one, I never really understood what Hove meant, H-O-V. It was maybe a couple of years ago, after my introduction to Neville Goddard, I finally figured out that's what he's saying. Jay-Z is calling himself God. That's why he's calling himself Jay-Hova. I want to share with everyone here that Jay-Z and Beyonce know exactly who they are, and they know what they are. Don't ever think they don't know that. They do. I look at their arrogance in their pictures, in the photos they take. I'm going to include a lot of those photos in this video so that you can just see there is just an air of impudence, and they're brazen about how they project themselves in this world. I also read somewhere that Jay-Z actually introduced Beyonce to her godhood, or explained to her who she really was. If you notice, prior to their relationship, I think prior to 2001 or something like that, she was really different. She was just, extremely talented, but just another R&B singer. But after she joined forces with him, it seems like they just pretty much exploded. I think they're both brilliant. So guys, the next time you see them, please understand that they know what they are and who they are. And I truly believe that they are avid students, as I am, as we all are, of the great Neville Goddard. I want to thank everyone for listening. I love sharing these insights with you guys. I'm loving my new channel. Until next time, bye everybody.